Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for joining me here. I do hope you're all well today, the 12th of September of 2023. It is a Tuesday as the moon is right on the degree of the Venus-Sun conjunction, so the Venus star point. This is the first time that the moon has come up to Venus, has met up with Venus ever since Venus has turned direct. So therefore it was beautiful. I got up early today and was able to see the two brightest stars. So the moon in Leo, which is a filling out of the moon. It's a balsamic moon, as it's coming up. We're coming up to a new moon on the 15th in Virgo. So the moon met up with Venus. So after the moon, Venus is the next brightest star. And Venus, remember, has been reborn as a morning star. So I took a picture of it. Beautiful sight, absolutely. Anyway, the messenger is here to bring you the messages. We're reading the energies. First of all, my condolences, and my heart goes out to Morocco, to all those, all the victims, all the people who have lost their family members and so on and so forth, their loved ones. My heart goes out to them, and my condolences. As well as that, and I don't like to be the bringer of negative news, but in Greece we've had a biblical catastrophe with flooding as well. We don't know the victims yet because the water reached up to 10 meters high. It covered rooftops. A lot of, it's like Greece has been cut in the middle, North and South Greece, in the middle of, the mainland. It's all flooded. So lots of people have lost loved ones. They've lost their homes. They've lost their businesses. We had a lot of agriculture, all our food supply. I don't know how much, 25% of Greece's food supply comes from that area. So I was wondering, why is everything going to get so expensive? Food, our resources. Why are the stars saying that, everything's going to be so expensive? Now I understand why. Now, of course, we can blame Uranus in Taurus. Taurus is the land. It's what, provides us with our food, our natural resources, what it is that we need to sustain and survive. And Uranus, we know, could be harsh weather conditions. We've seen it everywhere. We've seen a typhoon in Hong Kong. We've seen this earthquake now in Morocco. We've seen major flooding in Greece. We've seen wildfires in Greece, in the US, in many areas of the US. All these natural catastrophes, are they natural? Are they the finger of God, or are they the hand of man, is the question here. Anyway, just something, a bit of food for thought. And my heart goes out to all the world, and let's just hope that better days are coming through. Let's see, as we've got the second part of September is a little bit better energetically, my dear friends. As I said, the moon is at 20 degrees now of Leo. This is where Venus kissed with the sun. So as the moon is coming up, we're going to have, to conjoin with the sun, we're going to have a new moon in Virgo. So a new seed is planted. Mercury is still retrograde. Venus is direct. And we've got Leo. So everything that's going on in Leo. We've got the moon, we've got Lilith, we've got Juno, the asteroid of commitment and marriage and contracts, and Venus, all squaring over to Taurus, where we've got Jupiter that's retrograde and Uranus retrograde. So we've got the fixed signs that are in square, and a square is difficult. Remember, Jupiter does speak to optimism and gifts and, just an expansion, of the energy. Jupiter, though in square, can be overdoing something, right? Being over optimistic, or even overspending, as Jupiter is squaring over to Venus. But nevertheless, we are talking about two benefic planets, so let's not focus only on the negative. There are blessings coming in, dear friends. I think we've had our fair share of challenges. Now, I just wanted to mention that Saturn in Pisces, which speaks to boundaries, and Neptune in Pisces in its home sign. Remember, Neptune is the god of the seas. He's an outer planet. He's a transpersonal planet. So he's more powerful than Saturn. Therefore, if you think of the flooding that's happening in Greece, it's like one river flowed into like 4 other rivers, and the riverbanks have broken. There was a downpour, obviously, but we still don't know the reason for this overflow. It's, just the plains and the valley in that area of Greece is like, it's like the ocean. It's like a huge lake, and the water has not subsided yet, and therefore we don't know the damage, but we know that a lot of people surely have been lost. Anyway, just explaining the astrology, Saturn could not uphold his boundaries, and therefore Neptune dissolved the boundaries of Saturn, and we're going to see a lot of infectious diseases as the waters are polluted, unfortunately. And we know that Pisces does speak to infections and viral diseases. So let's just pray that that mess is cleaned up as quick as possible. But the Greek government hasn't been up to scratch, is the least that I could say. Let's see what the energies are. What are the energies surrounding us at this time, my dear friends? Thank you, Spirit. And we've got Archangel Michael and Temperance, and I will also take this card. So we've got Jupiter twice. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving us, a heads up that times are changing for the better. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got Jupiter twice. Sagittarius is twice in this reading here. Right? Archangel Michael is saying that there's an alchemy going on, obviously, and that healing will happen. The Wheel of Fortune says divine timing is at play here. The wheel of karma and dharma is turning. Okay, fated changes. We know that times have been very challenging, as the nodal axis, the nodes, North Node in Aries and the South Node in Libra, have been in a square, in a T-square to Pluto in Capricorn. The pressure is on those last degrees in Capricorn where Pluto is. Remember, Pluto in Capricorn is top notch, it's top dog, it's CEO, it's the manager, it's the person that's in charge, or the elite, we could say, which are under much pressure as Pluto is bringing major changes. Remember, Pluto had entered Aquarius from March till June and has returned back to Capricorn to finish off what he did not finish. Remember, Pluto can speak to riches, it could speak to death, on a massive level, because we've seen massive levels of souls leaving this earth because of natural catastrophes, because of hunger and illness and many other reasons. But what can I say? I mean, Pluto does speak to also riches, the possibility for riches coming onto Aquarius, as Pluto is going to re-enter next year, is going to re-enter Aquarius and bring the riches and bring the metamorphosis to us humans, to the people. Remember also that Aquarius is AI, it's technology, it's aliens. So the world is transforming very, very quickly. It feels like everything is changing so quickly and we can't keep up. But on a personal level, my dear friends, there are major changes. Spirit is saying, and Archangel Michael is saying that we will heal, we will come into balance. Be patient, that this is the hand of Spirit and the hand of God that is bringing the fated changes that are necessary. And many times they could be very challenging, but they will get us to the right path. Let's see what's going on. Before I take the cards, this is a last call, as tomorrow on the 13th of September, that 50% slashed prices for most of my readings are on offer. So hurry in, because after the 13th, that 50% off special will not be viable. So what's going on? What are the energies? What is the message? What does the messenger bring us? Thank you, Spirit. We've got the Two of Cups, the Fool card, the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Two of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and oh my God, if this is such a positive message, such a positive message. Whatever decisions are made, whatever decisions are made pertaining to a relationship, a partnership, whether it's family, whether it's business, whether it's a business deal or an agreement or a soulmate union or a twin flame connection or any relationship at all, which we know Pluto squaring over to the nodes has been putting the whole world under a lot of pressure. Now this is sort of breaking away. Everyone's been pressured, and remember that the South Node is in Libra, so it speaks to relationships being relative, relating to others, whether it is friendships, whether it is business, whether it is love. And the North Node in Aries, which is what we're needing to reach. And this is the Aries energy for me, which is saying someone has been, even though under pressure, is needing to go with the flow. We've got a couple of major arcana cards here, very strong, which speak to a new cycle opening up. And there has been a dilemma, but it is connected to the Fool, which is saying that someone is needing to trust and is even being pushed to trust, because he's not going to turn back. He's at the edge of the cliff, right? And this is a brand new cycle. It is the Aries energy. It is the card of Uranus. Now, what's interesting is that Uranus also will be connecting with Venus in a couple of weeks, in about 10 days. This will be the last square. So expect the unexpected, right? Uranus, unexpected turns of events. Right? That there is a new beginning here, and the Wheel of Fate is bringing us a return. Karma is working in our favor. We are coming into abundance. We are coming into security. We are coming into endings, 2 tens, right? And a brand new beginning as this turns into the Ace. And I get that we are like returning to some point in the past with all these cycles. Can you see the cycles? I mean, Aries is the beginning. We've got cycles. We've got an 8 of Swords. Even though there's fear, there's been Queen of Swords. She holds up her sword and she sees things clearly. She speaks her mind. Even though there's fear, the perception is fear. This is Libra energy, right? And this for me speaks to Libra as well. So to open up a brand new cycle, obviously we need to close up a past cycle, which is possibly blocking us from getting out of that just like a little mouse going around and around in that wheel. This is like karma coming back around. We're in retrograde season, which means we are revisiting past situations, maybe having a second chance to look at something. And we've got 2 cards pertaining to thought, perception, communication, to air element, where it shows that she's blindfolded. So this is the fool knows that he's protected by spirit, and that's why he leaps over that cliff. He continues on his journey. He begins that journey, right? Remember that Aries is courage. Aries is I, me, my. This is what my heart desires. This is what my soul is telling me to do. I need to take this journey, whatever this journey is for you, my dear friends. Now, this is a return. This is a return of luck. Maybe what we've done for others will be returning back to us. Yes, this can speak to a dilemma, an adjustment that needs to be made. Remember, this is the perception only, and it is an 8. And 8s are like the infinity symbol, returning back to a situation. Right? 10 of Pentacles speaks to abundance, support, family. But it also speaks to a closing up of the curtain. Something is closing up here because something is already open. And I feel that that's what happens energetically. It's like something is needing to be rebirthed. And for it to happen, there needs to be space, right? The rebirth has already happened. Now, because we're in retrogrades, we haven't seen it yet. I feel that that's what this is talking about. And this is what we will be seeing. Let's see what the astrology speaks to. There are, it's like 2 sides of a coin, 2 sides to our lives right now. There's the total fear mongering, I won't be able to put food on my table tomorrow, or we won't survive this winter if you're in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern, doesn't matter. We've got a lot of issues pertaining to returning back to unhealthy situations. Stay home, do this, do that, lose your freedom, whatever it is. I think that people are much more awake now, and many people are awakening in the process. It's like we're revisiting a story. They want to take us back to the past, but the planets are not in the same areas that they were last year or the year before or the year before that. So let's not fear that there will be a reoccurring theme pertaining to the past. You all know what I'm talking about. Things are different now. It's more about the financial. As we had the nodes transiting Taurus Scorpio, it's our securities. It's letting go of anything to do with the darkness and the poisoning. South Node in Scorpio, which is going to finally close up this cycle from 2022 with the South Node in Scorpio, North Node in Taurus, is ending. We've got eclipses next month. A last eclipse, a lunar eclipse in Taurus. Okay? That story is ending. It's all about relationships now. It's all about finding the middle ground pertaining to other people in our lives, whether it's business or personal. Okay? Let's see how the stars affect us today. Grand Cross and Provoker. That is a powerful configuration when we talk about the stars, my dear friends. You could see this huge square. This is like a grand cross. As you could see, it's like we're being provoked. It's like we're being pushed to the limit. Under pressure, diamonds are formed. Under great pressure. This would be at the base of the volcano. And there's like a rumbling energy where something is, there's energetically, there's a major shift because of pressure. Pressure can be metaphorical, it can be physical, it could be emotional. But there's provocation around. and we're feeling it. We are feeling it. But something will be birthed, as I said. If, as the lava comes up from the volcano, it comes up because of pressure. There's movement beneath the earth, the crust of the earth, and everything moves, and then the volcanic eruption happens. So this is like needing to let off pressure, as we are all feeling it, personally and collectively. It's a number 47, which equals an 11. And number 11, remember, is justice. Could speak to justice or injustices. Remember, we don't read reversals here. The fact that we've got Jupiter and the Wheel of Fortune twice, and Temperance there. Sometimes we tend to break under pressure. The fact that we've got Jupiter, the Jupiterian energies here. Jupiter can be a teacher, could be wisdom, it could be freedom, it could be anything to do with foreigners, foreign places, distant places. Our beliefs may be changing. Let's see what's going on with the Lenormand. What's beneath this Queen of Swords? Another air card, 4 of Swords, which means we've had some sort of a disappointment. Nothing has been happening, no communication. There's been a dilemma. We've got a two of Cups, 2 of Swords, twos, even Temperance. She pours from one cup to the other. So there is a dilemma, there is a choice. Someone is under a lot of pressure, but remember, the hand of Spirit and the hand of God with the Major Arcana cards says that things are moving whether we like it or not now. As Venus has turned direct in a few days, Mercury will turn direct. I don't know what's been going on with you, technologically speaking, or with your white goods, or where communication and emails are concerned. My emails show I've got 3 emails, nothing is showing up. The internet has been playing up. Lots of miscommunication, and that's Mercury, of course, retrograding in the sign of Virgo, its home sign. And maybe lots of misunderstandings or not communicating. Anything to do with 6th house, which is a natural Virgo house. So health, hygiene, your daily routine, your work, details, anything to do with details, your pets, animals, thinking of all those animals that have been lost, all that livestock that has been lost in Greece, and it's just so sad. So just be patient the next few days, as Mercury is going to turn direct on the 15th. Today's the 12th, so he's stopping greatly. He's going to be very potent. Give him a couple of days. I would say from the 17th, you should have news. Things will start to come into order, because that's what Virgo is. It's about duty, it's about service, and it's about clearing things out, clearing out the trash, purifying our lives, okay? So give it up until the 17th. We should have lots of news that would be true. And remember, it's Mercury and Venus, the personal planets, which affect us personally. It's the outer planets that affect the collective, right? Not to say that we're not all part of the collective, but the personal planets that are close to the sun are very important for them to be direct. And remember, Mars is also a personal planet. In Libra, he's not in a good position. He's in fall. He's quite weak. And that's probably where the adjustments or the dilemma is concerning these 2 of Swords here, right? Where relationships or other people are concerned. So it could be quite frustrating. And frustration will bring on provocation, right? And therefore, something will be birthed. Let's see what's going on. We've got the ship, another Jupiterian card. This speaks to transition and change, decisions, leaving a situation. This is a farewell. This is an opening up to a new adventure. This is a journey that we are on. We've got the book, and the book is like an unknown journey that maybe has already started and we don't know about it. Remember, the ship is like bringing in the goods. Maybe something is coming to you from a long distance. The ship, remember, covers, transits and moves over water. And maybe we're not meant to know as of yet. This is Piscean energy, and of course with all the water. Pisces, the seas, right? Emotions, an emotional adventure journey. So we've got a 3 and we've got an 8. 3 is like expansion, growth. It could involve third parties, other people. 3 is also the Empress, if you remember. So it looks like the ship is on its way. There are opportunities, but remember again, as I said, there could be an adventure that's opening up, but to have this new adventure, a farewell needs to take place. To go from point A to point B, because the ship is leaving point A. This is what we are closing up. We're going to point B. This is the new adventure opening up here, which can bring lots of abundance. But the book is closed. Now, of course, this could speak to learning. For some people, this could relate to education, right? Education when it is schooling, education concerning schooling, or just, life is a school as well. Okay? And we've got the scythe. So what I get from here, because remember, number 8 is like, again, the infinity symbol needing to return back to something. This would be Jupiter retrograde for me. And Jupiter is going to turn direct at the end of the year. But Jupiter takes us back, is taking us back as he's retrograding in the sign of Taurus, which is a Venus-ruled sign. Right, remember that Jupiter is connecting with Venus in a square, but Venus, she's the ruling planet of Jupiter now. So with Venus moving direct now, and she's moving over the degrees that she retrograded over, so we are still dealing with a story that, why did we need to go back to the past? We missed things. Jupiter is saying, we've missed the gifts. We've missed the opportunities. Let's return back, okay, as we've been learning some sort of a lesson. And here is another 10. And the scythe is needing to cut something out that is blocking the harvest, that is blocking the abundance. Even if we don't know exactly what it is, remember the blindfolds here. Let's take a couple more. There is an offer. We've got the bouquet. We've got the lily. This could speak to a past connection or a purification of someone's love life or of something that's being created. I mean, the offer could speak to that, you're having an interview for a new job, let's say. And the lily, remember, can speak to a past connection. It's Chiron in Virgo. So maybe some sort of an open wound that we could possibly heal now in the Virgo season. Things to do with ethics and morality as well. But also pertaining to a sexual connection. I mean, the lily is a card of, it speaks to sexuality and to virtues. And it is the card of Mother Mary. But it's also a very Virgo energy, which speaks to purification, being, what you see is what you get with Virgo. There's no deception, okay? Unless we're looking at opposite in Pisces, the negative of Pisces would be deception. So I guess that could play a part as well. But Pisces is also unconditional love and total sacrifice. So let's not deem as Pisces as being negative. Obviously, all signs have got their light and their darker side, okay? And the lily speaks to a wintry energy, so maybe turning inwards, going into solitude, maybe needing to see the light, do the Virgo thing. Virgo is the Hermit, remember. This could also speak to possible connecting with a teacher, I'm going to say. Someone who is in your life and upholds a position of being your teacher. It doesn't have to be an actual teacher. We could be learning some lesson from a little child, you know. Anyway, let's see what else we've got here. And we've got the scythe, not the scythe, the whip, and we've got number 11. There's the conflict. There's the provocation, being pushed to the edge. Being pushed to the edge. And this could be internal conflict, just like the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords. What's at the bottom? We've got Saturn. Oh my God, good old Uncle Saturn is everywhere. The mountain, number 21, which is number 3 again. Remember, 21 is like the World card, closing up a chapter. It's like closing, you know, something up. Or it's talking about karma and timing as, yes, this is what we're closing up. Something has begun. Some of us are still being pushed to close something up that we've needed to close up. And there's conflict about that. This could speak to hardships. I'm not kidding you. The mountain is a difficult card. Okay, it's Mars in Aries. And Mars right now is in the opposite sign of Libra. Okay, and this speaks to standing still, nothing happening. This speaks to obstacles, struggles, challenges and hurdles. So will Mars in Libra be able to overcome this mountain? Because Mars is the guts, it's the courage, it's the ability to take that leap of faith, it's the ability to press that accelerator and move and get unstuck, get out of the mud and stop spinning our wheels in the same position, right? Now, soon Mars is going to connect with the South Node in Libra and Pluto, which I feel that will be the end of this story, because Libra is relationships. South Node in Libra speaks to karma, and this is where the eclipses are happening in this area of the chart. We're in eclipse season, and that's why we're seeing all these major catastrophes on these major happenings in the world as well as in our personal lives. Right? It's like trying to get to the peak of the mountain, being provoked, being pushed to prove that we are able, that we could be the elder, the wiser, the more mature. Right? But there's conflict. What's beneath the mountain? We've got the fish. So there's the abundance. There it is. The fish speaks to Venus in Taurus. It also speaks to repetition. So it speaks to business, finances, values, abundance, wealth. But the wealth, whatever wealth we're talking about, whether you're feeling wealthy in love, in a relationship, in a family union, in a business, in your emotional state, are you feeling wealthy? Are you feeling that you are worthy? There is the blockage. So, and as I say, we're all going through testing times, and this is, we cannot doubt that at all. So let's see what the message is from the Universal Love Oracle. Please, Messenger, what is the message here? What is that we need to know? As the sun in Virgo is inconjunct, so sun in Virgo cannot see Chiron from Aries, and Chiron is the resolution. It's like we're needing to make adjustments or look in another direction. It's like we're missing the point. There is an adjustment we're needing to make, and a dilemma here pertaining to a resolution. Yes, it can speak to health. Yes, it could speak to physical, emotional, mental health, but it can also speak to our ability to look at the details, Virgo, to provide the service, Virgo, to know that we will be able to put in that extra effort and be on our way, whatever it is that we're working on, right, Virgo? And anything to do with health, the health of our relationships, the health of our daily life. So are we in a healthy environment, for instance? Or do we go to a job every day where our health is going downhill? Maybe it's time for change, yeah? For instance, we've been just doing bodybuilding. We haven't been doing any yoga, for instance. Something needs to be tweaked here. What is the message, please, Spirit? What is the message? Answered prayer. That is a beautiful message. The universe is listening and has heard your call for help. Your prayer will soon be answered. Goosebumps. Expect a pleasant surprise in the coming weeks. The butterfly angel depicted on this card reflects the positive transformation now taking place. She has heard your heartfelt whispers. She knows your dreams, your fears and concerns. She has taken them into herself and has found its wings. She has taken them into herself and changed their shape. The dull has turned to bright. The bound has found its wings. The dull has turned to bright. The bound has found its wings. A wish becomes a truth. You question, and now she answers. Listen and allow. She will fill your heart with love, joy, and a reminder that you are never alone. Embrace her with your new wings of light. Her love for you is unconditional and spans all time and space. Give her your troubles. She delights in their transformation and responds to every heartfelt call. And that I'm going to send to Spirit. Let's all join together and send our wishes and our heartfelt call to Spirit and to this angel to help those that are seriously in need at this time. Amen, I'm going to say. Let me show you the card. Absolutely gorgeous, okay. I've been away, so I haven't fixed my camera. Answered prayer. So you may take a little bit of time and just meditate on this message. What a beautiful message to close this reading with. Is there anything else I wanted to tell you? I'm going to take 3 Sibilas on the Ten of Pentacles, just to give you a little bit more clarity and end this reading. I want to thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I was also in the area where we lost Eros, and I was just under my breath, just calling for him all the time, but no, not yet. Not yet, I said. Did you hear that? I'm praying that this new moon in Virgo, Virgo is pets. It's also health. I just hope that anyone who is dealing with health issues heals quickly. Let's see what this Ten of Pentacles speaks to. We've got melancholy, 5 of Pentacles. Low on income, low on self-worth pertaining to a relationship. There's like a detach. It's like falling into remember what I said, there's 2 sides to what's going on now. We've got the darkness and we've got the light. Let's not get stuck in the darkness and let's look towards the light. Okay? We've got the Gran Signore, which speaks to great abundance. He knows his worth. This is generosity. This would be like a Jupiterian card. Number 13 brings up Scorpio. Remember the South Node in Scorpio. I don't know if this is a Scorpio, but it's someone who sits in a position of power, usually someone that upholds responsibility, someone that is very abundant, someone that could be very generous, maybe a little bit egotistical. This can speak to someone that could be protecting or guiding or helping, as well as, I'm going to say, like the Jupiterian, the Jupiter energies of protection, because Jupiter is a planet of protection. So where something may have been really, really tough, Jupiter lightens and protects, lightens the darkness, brings light into a situation. And we've got the Gran Consolazione. Thank God for that. And the Ten of Cups with Constanza. Something that you've been hoping for, wishing for, possibly will show up. Maybe something that you've given up on, given up hope on, which would be the melancholy, the melancholia. But the Gran Signore is like a Jupiterian energy. There's help. And the Gran Consolazione, Seven of Wands, says you've got the higher ground. Don't give up. Your wish is here. What you've dreamed of, you can create. Okay? Ten of Cups, bliss. Ten of Pentacles. Now, where there hasn't been bliss and you're closing up a chapter, then that would be the Ace of Cups. This would be the Ace of Pentacles. So you see what I mean. Okay? What's beneath the fish? We've got the cycle. The transition and the new cycle has begun. Yes, it has, with the storks. Mercury and Gemini, something long-lasting. Change has started. It started to move. But it can also speak to reoccurring themes, so returning to the past, but a new cycle that you yearn for has already opened up. Okay, my darlings, thank you so much. Leaving you with that love and light. I will be back. Namaste.